I'm attending my first ever motorcycle rodeo and I'm gonna bring you guys along. That's right, I'm attending my first ever motorcycle rodeo at the Lock and Lean in Pensacola, Florida. Absolutely loving this weather. Can't wait to start competing. So the first 2 days is just gonna be practice. We're gonna run through all the patterns and stuff. First things first, we gotta slap on this sticker, and ironically, they gave me number 8, which is my lucky number. So that might be good luck for me. Let's go ahead and slap this sticker on. This looks like a good spot right here. Look at that, beautiful. Sonic's looking good today. So we found Q from Riding and Wrenching, the guy that I'm gonna probably end up beating in the slow race today.
He said probably. Just pay that word probably.
Well, it's definitely gonna happen.
That's like a virtual victory where it's not real.
Are you excited for this Lock and Lean rodeo?
Well, this is my second one, and I had a blast last year. Meet a lot of cool people, get to do some good riding out here, and this year I get my buddy out here with me, so we're gonna have a good time.
The day started off with Lillian showing us the patterns that we were going to be evaluated on. She's from Brazil and one heck of a rider.
First on the list, they're gonna walk us through the novice patterns. So I gotta pay attention. I'll show you guys some footage of that.
And when I said walk us through, they literally walked us through it.
All right, now all I gotta do is remember the pattern. That's gonna be the toughest part. She's gonna go ahead and demonstrate this on the bike, so let's take a look at that.
I must say, Lillian made it look easy, but in reality, it definitely wasn't. I was starting to worry if I could really do this.
I gotta try and remember all that, so we'll see how exactly that goes. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh no, my worst enemy. I practiced this pattern the week before I came and I was unable to complete it.
So that one's called the spirograph. The first thing that I showed you was gonna be our timed stuff that we got to do, so we'll be timed on that pattern. This one is precision. I don't think we're getting timed on this one.
As soon as the front of your motorcycle breaks the plane, your time is started. When the back axle crosses the other side here, your time stops.
All right, guys, that's where the slow ride's going to take place. Definitely going to be trying to focus on that a little bit. We'll see what happens, guys. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm trying to figure out this pattern here. That's the main thing I'm worried about, remembering these patterns here. Once I get the pattern down, I'm confident that I can do all this stuff. We'll see.
Remembering this pattern was pretty tough. I had to do it numerous times before it was burned into my memory.
Okay, guys, it's starting to rain. Got the rain suit on. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I got this pattern down. Starting to get the hang of it, so let's go ahead and do that.
The rain didn't bother me much. I'm used to it. So I practiced a little more and I finally memorized it.
All right, so I'm pretty confident on that pattern now. I just had to do it a few times so that way I could actually remember. So now I'm over here. I'm gonna start practicing the slow ride. All right, let's go ahead and try this slow ride.
This event I was excited for. I've been working really hard to perfect it. I knew I was going to have to bring my A game if I wanted to be a contender.
I'm gonna have to get a lot better than that if I want to try and beat Q today. All right, guys, so now I'm going to try and get the pattern down for this exercise right here. This is called the spirograph, and it's pretty intricate. We got some riders in here trying to do it, as you can see. So we're gonna hop on the bike and give it a shot.
I started practicing the spirograph, and to my surprise, I wasn't doing too bad.
Okay, guys, I'm not gonna bore you with that. I'm gonna practice this, and then once I can get it down, I will go ahead and show you guys. I finally kind of got the hang of this spirograph, so I'm gonna go in here so that way I'm not boring you guys, see me dropping all the time. I might drop it this time, but let's see what we got.
I saddled up, determined to defeat this spirograph. I started getting into a groove. This was great because I've been struggling with this pattern. It really pushed me out of my comfort zone. There's very little room for error. If you make one mistake, you'll end up running out of space and you won't be able to complete the pattern.
We did it! Right now I'm taking a little bit of a break, letting old Sonic take a break. It's getting hot. And another thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if you noticed these sunglasses. These are made by Flying Eyes. And let me tell you guys, these are absolutely the most comfortable glasses that I've worn. I've been wearing them all day long, probably about 8 hours now. And what's special about these is, if you can see this, you can bend them. Like, you can completely bend them. So they're great for getting them in a full face helmet, and you're not getting pressure on your temples. And in addition, the lenses are shatterproof. You don't want to be wearing sunglasses that have glass lenses, because if you get in a wreck or something and those things shatter, get a shard of glass in your eye, that's going to be a bad day. And I have a special promo code that you guys can use. Just use promo code JOGO. I'll put it on the screen here, and I'll put a link down in the description. Make sure you check them out. They'll completely change your life. They got a bunch of different styles and lenses, and you can also get glasses where you can get prescription. They're magnetic, they're prescription, and you just slap them on. They're fantastic. All right, guys, gonna get some water, finish this break.
The rodeo was raising money for charity by charging $10 per run in the 2-rider chase pattern. My buddy Brian that I met at my local Harley Davidson asked me if I wanted to do a run with them. Of course I said yes. This was probably one of my favorite events. We did our first run and we did really well. Brian's a great rider, but even great riders make mistakes from time to time. Take a look at our second run to see what I mean.
All right, guys, this is how you fix a dent. Ben Wolf over here, professional.
Yep, if you guys just pay close attention, I smooth it out really nicely, kind of even, and then yeah, you just flick that away. It looks like nothing happened.
This must have took you years to perfect.
Yeah, I'm still working on it a little, but it's close. I mean, it's close to OEM as it gets.
All right, guys, so no need to take it to the shop or replace the fender anymore. It's fantastic. Okay, guys, day 2 of the Lock and Lean Rodeo, and today we're just practicing again. Man, this is really pushing me past my limits, my ability, and I absolutely love it, because that's the only way you're gonna grow as a rider. So right now we have a new exercise that I need to practice that's gonna be a part of the competition. This one right here basically tests your slow speed ability. So I'm gonna end up doing this one, and I'll take some video, show you what it's like. But pretty much today, I'm gonna focus on perfecting the spirograph over there, because I went over there today much better than yesterday. Still not perfect. It's kind of screws with your head trying to remember the pattern, but it's all right. That's what we're here for, to practice. Okay, guys, here's the other precision course. This one's super tight. It's actually pretty fun. So that's that pattern. Now I'm gonna go back over to the spirograph, see if I can get a little better at that. So let's go over there.
I got back to practicing the spirograph. I was feeling pretty good, but I think it was still messing with my head a bit. I just had to remember this was about sharpening my skills, not winning.
Okay, guys, still gotta work on that, but we'll get it. I felt really good on that. It is time for the daily challenge. This one's gonna be interesting. So I'll get up the 360 and bring you along on this one.
The daily challenge was a pattern they set up and was a part of our overall score. The catch with this, you didn't get to practice it at all. They walked us through the pattern and that was it. So needless to say, it was pretty tough. I got through it though with only hitting one cone. Not too shabby. We then moved into our evaluated slow ride. This caught me a little off guard because I thought we were only practicing today. I guess that's what I get for not paying attention to the schedule. Luckily I practiced it a few times in the morning. I didn't have a terrible run.
Well, we got a pretty good run on that slow ride, 20.25 seconds. I'm happy with that. All right, so now I'm just gonna practice a little more and get a little better. I think we have a timed run today on the big pattern back behind me over there. I've been able to do it in 1 minute and 29 seconds. So I don't know if that's quick or what. Everybody said that sees me doing it said that I'm doing really good with it. About time for my speed run. Let's see how quick I can do this bad boy. Fingers crossed.
I was pretty confident going into this. I memorized everything and got through it without hitting any cones a few times. Let's watch and see what happens.
All right, so I ended up getting 126. I feel that's respectable, but I did bump a cone. So I think that's a 30-second penalty, so that's really gonna screw me. But I have one more shot tomorrow to do it. Having a great time still. Some amazing riders out here. Ironically, I ran into my other arch enemy, Doodle on a motorcycle.
I think you have conquered me too far for me to be an enemy anymore.
How you enjoying this rodeo?
Yeah, this is really cool.
All right, guys, this concludes day 2. We might have a hunch that I possibly placed first in the slow ride.
There's not a hunch. Joe, it's my dude right here. He killed the slow ride. Now, just for those of you who are keeping score here, I think we're tied now.
What?
Now, Joe also said, he said the most ridiculous thing to me I've ever heard. He said, now that he's beaten me again, convincingly, that I can no longer talk trash. It's as if he doesn't know me. I don't stop talking trash.
Yeah.
I've just begun.
All right.
Young buck here, he got me, but I'm coming back. I am not done.
Okay, all right. I'll believe it when I see it, buddy. All right, guys, day 3 tomorrow. Stay tuned. Good morning, everybody. It is the 3rd and final day of the Lock and Lean Rodeo. Today, we are going to be getting tested on these patterns over here. I'm going to get one more shot at the time course over there. So I'm going to get out there, start practicing, so that way maybe I can win something while I'm out here. It is time for my final timed run, so let's go ahead and see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna pop the drone up so you guys got a good view of it. Let's go, baby.
My final attempt at the time run. Can I beat my first run and not hit any cones? Let's watch and see. Unfortunately, I did bump a cone and my time ended up being 1 second slower than my first run.
We're gonna move on to the next precision exercise and see what I can do there.
I went into this evaluated precision run with confidence. I absolutely perfected it. The cones were offset, so you had to wiggle the handlebars in order to not bump a cone. This was actually quite the workout too. There's no doubt you definitely had to be precise so you could complete the pattern.
Well, I was able to get through one precision drill without a penalty, so I'll take that as a win. At the end of the day, I learned a whole bunch. I know they got some more stuff in store for today, so let's see what else they got.
Here it is, my evaluated run on the spirograph. I've been working so hard for this moment. I came in and got through the first gate, the second gate, and the hardest one, the third gate. After you get through that one, you're pretty much home free. I think I was so excited that I got through that gate, I lost focus and was unfortunately unable to complete it.
Guys, I couldn't get the darn spirograph. That's gonna be the thing that I'm gonna practice over and over this year. I need to be a master of that. That just drives me nuts that I couldn't even finish it, even though I've done it a few times already since I've been here. It's all right. Okay, now it's time for the daily challenge. All this is pretty much a U-turn from a stop. Let's see how it goes, baby.
I practiced U-turns quite a bit, so I knew I wasn't gonna have an issue with this.
There's Q. He's trying to act cool, but we all know he isn't. I need to ask you, how do you feel about losing the slow race in all categories this weekend?
Well, Joe, not only did I lose the slow race in all categories, I bumped cones in every pattern today. It's just been a basic bleep show. But I had fun.
Hi guys, we're here with Ben Wolf, the man that makes this all happen over here. Ben, I just want to take a second and say thanks for setting all this up and everybody else that set this up.
Before we go any further, I just
Okay.
want to thank Ken Grant and his crew down here.
Yes.
He's our representatives down in Florida. They put in the work to kind of get this set up, and then we just kind of fine-tuned it when we came through here, but it's a well-oiled machine.
I couldn't get that spirograph though. I couldn't do it.
Something to work towards, right?
Yeah, I learned so much while I was here, and I'm definitely going home a better rider, and I'm gonna set that spirograph up at home, and I'm not gonna stop doing it until I got it perfect.
It's always exciting when you have something to work towards,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
So when you set goals, it's easy to kind of work towards them. Once you feel that you've kind of plateaued, then things get boring, you get complacent, you actually regress. So work in progress. You were looking great out there. I mean, your slow ride is on point.
I
It
appreciate
really
it.
is. Like, really, really good.
Not on point as yours, but
Baby step.
my life goal is going to be to beat you in a slow race.
Awesome. I'm honored.
So in about 10 more years, we'll set it up, and then I'll beat you.
I'll be around.
So Ben, thank you so much. I'll see you in a month or two.
Thanks for joining us.
All right, guys, we're here with John. How do you feel about that run, John?
Horrible.
Horrible. The thing is you still kept going, and I feel like that matters a lot when you're doing these kind of things.
Don't give up, brother. Don't give up. You put a foot down, you hit a cone, just keep going. Just finish it.
All right, guys, you might recognize this guy from my first lock and lean course. Wade, how you doing out there today?
It's a tough course. We're working our way through it. You should be down here in Pensacola, Florida. This is a terrific event.
Such an awesome community out here and atmosphere. Everybody's just having a good fun and training. And I want to thank Wade for getting me ready to come and do this with the 101 course, because without that course and you guys coaching me, man, I would have been definitely screwed.
You're doing terrific.
I appreciate that. Dave, how do you feel after that run, sir?
A little nervous because it counts this time. All the hundreds of times before, not nervous, you know.
Fair enough. I felt the same way in the spirograph. I failed it
Oh, why'd you fail it?
because I hit a cone and then it screwed me all up.
We worked on that, you and I.
I know. You guys might recognize Dave. He was one of my instructors at 101, and I have failed him, but I will work harder and do better. Okay, guys, just had the awards ceremony. Ended up getting first place for the novice slow ride. Completely awesome. All that work paid off. And then I also placed third place for the daily challenge. I don't know how that happened, but we got it. These awards don't matter. I don't care. I learned so much while I was out here. Appreciate everybody that helped me while I was here, because I needed quite a bit of help while I was here, and hoping to come back next year. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this video right here to see my Lock and Lean 101 experience. And as always, this is Jogo with Jogo Motorcycle Adventures, and until next time, ride on.